People, deluded. I'm back again. Happy Monday morning to everybody tuned in. The international break is finally somewhat finished. You know, on the weekend we'll be playing Bournemouth. Now, in relation to this video, allegedly we're looking at a South American striker. We've been linked with Leroy Sané again. Apparently, Gabriel Martinelli has had an MRI scan, people, in relation to a potential injury. So if I share my screen with you lot, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Let's crack straight on. Now, again, you know, Sky Sports reported early this morning or early last night, depending on where you are, that Gabriel Martinelli has had an MRI scan last night after complaining of pain in his right calf. The Arsenal player is currently away preparing for Brazil's World Cup qualifier against Peru. Now, again, where Arsenal and international breaks are concerned, you never want to hear it. We can't afford any injuries, you know. Again, every week there's some sort of injury concern. We saw during the last international period, we can see now, you know, 1 minute Odegaard's coming back sooner rather than later, and then there's setbacks either way. Now, with Martinelli, first things first is you hope the MRI scan is just to make sure that there is no issues and it's just purely a precaution. I don't know if it's cramp. I don't know what it is. And again, a bit like with Bukayo Saka, who seems like he'll be all right, we probably have to wait for things to develop. So I don't want to, you know, urge doom and gloom. But again, it does suck to hear all of these concerns around our players' fitness, especially when technically at the moment they're not playing for Arsenal Football Club, especially when Martinelli is now starting to find his scoring boots. Now, Arsenal have been linked with another attacking player, people. Arsenal and Chelsea have been amongst the Premier League clubs to recently scout talented Bologna forward Santiago Castro, who has impressed in both the Serie A and the Champions League. The 20-year-old looks a big prospect for the future, and sources have informed Court of Side that Arsenal, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Everton, Nottingham Forest have all been closely monitoring him in recent times and were left impressed with what they saw. Now, do Aston Villa need another striker? You got Duran. He moved to Bologna last season, but did not play straight away, though he's now making a very impressive start to the season with more minutes in the Italian club's first team. Arsenal and Chelsea would be surely tempting destinations for Castro in the future, but it remains to be seen if these clubs will end up stepping up their interest, while it's not yet clear if the player himself sees his future in English football. I mean, if he just started getting first team football, probably makes sense to sit on his hands a bit at Bologna, people. He's a current Argentina under 23s international, people. He joined Serie A side Bologna from Valendes Sarsfield back in January, and he has 3 goals in 9 appearances. So not quite ready, people, but he's doing his thing. Apparently he scored once and added an assist against Juventus in May, and has cemented himself since as a regular Bologna starter before Sunday's 0-0 draw with Parma, in which obviously you would have seen the international break in that. So we'd have to see. I mean, find the best players wherever they are. And if it's him, why not? And I mean, we've bought a couple of players from Bologna before. Is he necessarily ready to make the step up? Who knows? Speaking about making the step up, Arsenal forward Nathan Butler-Oyedeji scored a great goal for under-21s before the international break, and you know, it's been in good form for under-21s. Apparently, he's being tracked by Borussia Mönchengladbach. If they offer you first team football, for me, you've got to go and do it, because he's 21 years of age now, and he's in our under-21s. He's got 5 goals and 2 assists in 5 Premier League 2 games this season, and apparently is highly rated by the coaches at the North London club. I was disappointed not to see him on the bench against Bolton, if I'm honest. Apparently he's on the radar of multiple top clubs, with German giants Borussia Mönchengladbach among those to have sent scouts to watch him. Fair enough. He's found the net 6 times while setting up 2 goals in 14 games for the academy sides upon his return to the Emirates. He would have known he spent, you know, a part of last season at Cheltenham, people. He's been on a couple of loans. So, yeah, man, I think he's ready to make the step up. Arsenal and Chelsea may have missed out on the chance to sign John Duran, people. Apparently, a release clause, whatever that is, has been removed from his Aston Villa contract following him signing a new deal, people. I mean, Aston Villa are laughing. They've got him and Ollie Watkins, and the time will come where one will need to be sold. Keeping up the theme with Arsenal players being linked with Spanish clubs, as you lot know, Thomas Partey's contract is expiring, and he's been once again linked with Barcelona, as he's got a year left on his deal. Apparently he's unlikely to be offered an extension on his 200 grand a week wages, and according to Sport, Barcelona have identified Partey as a key target for Hansi Flick's side, people. We'll have to see. He's still being rumoured to be linked with the Turkish clubs Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. The Saudi Pro League won't seem to leave him alone. Where Arsenal and our goalkeeper search is concerned, people, yeah, it looks like Garcia of Espanyol is going to have to take a back seat. We've been linked with 27-year-old Napoli shot stopper Alex Meret, who apparently could be available for a free transfer if he does not sort out his current situation at Napoli. So there might be legitimacy in that, or it might be the sense of Arsenal need a goalie, his contract's running down, linking with us. Apparently, Saliba is reportedly wanted by Real Madrid, but the Spanish side may find it difficult to strike a deal, people. Apparently, he's a top target for them next summer. As you know, he's contracted until 2027. He featured in all 38 games last season and featured in all of the majority of the year before that, before he got a back injury. And you'd imagine he'll play the majority of the games this year, people. Apparently, the London club's stance is said to be firmly that he's not for sale and that any offers will be rebuffed, people. So, yeah, big him up. And he's got 92 first-team appearances for Arsenal. I mean, one day Saliba will play for Real Madrid. Hopefully, that isn't anytime soon, folks. Moving on with that, Arsenal and Newcastle apparently have joined Barcelona in the race to sign Leroy Sané. I think I speak for everyone when we say we're bored of being linked with Leroy Sané. Nonetheless, talks between Sané's reps and Bayern Munich over a new deal have stalled after the Bundesliga giants took the stance that they would only extend the 28-year-old's deal if he took a pay cut, throwing the winger's future into doubt. Sané's current deal is set to expire in June 2025, which means clubs based outside of Germany will be able, or better yet, allowed to open negotiations with the former Manchester City player as of January the 1st. So we'll have to see, really and truly. Newcastle have been thrown into the mix, as has Arsenal Football Club. Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle apparently all reportedly keeping tabs on Brazilian attacker Ignor Jesus, people. Apparently his performances for Botafogo and the Brazilian national team have caught the attention of English clubs. Couldn't give you a verification on his ability, if I'm honest, but apparently, the attacker is reportedly valued at around 35 to 40 million, and Arsenal are hoping to sign him in 2025, as well as Newcastle United. I must admit, I don't believe that, but fair enough. Eintracht Frankfurt director has refused to rule out a potential departure for their top goal scorer, Omar Marmoush, who has again been linked with us. He got 12 Bundesliga goals last season and currently has 8 in 6 outings, the 25-year-old Egyptian, who has been linked with Arsenal and Liverpool. Apparently, he said, "It's true that Omar made a very clear commitment to us in the summer. He has developed well and still has a lot of potential to develop further. For us, we don't want to lose many key players. I have to honestly say that no Eintracht Frankfurt player is unsellable, but we want to keep the team together. I talk about Marmoush after every game, but that's a good thing. Omar gives our game an incredible amount." Fair enough, man. And I don't know how much they're going to ask for the 25-year-old, but they're in a good position to demand top money. Arsenal and Tottenham in the race to sign the next Mudryk. Apparently, people, we've been linked with Georgi Sudakov, both North London clubs. Again, I think everybody will tread lightly after, you know, how everyone was taken around the houses for Mudryk, and ultimately what we're seeing now. Sudakov has been linked with Manchester City. Apparently, he is a decent player and someone that's earmarked as being one of the players of the future with the Ukrainian national team, but we'll have to see, people, where that's concerned. So yeah, you lot let me know your thoughts, people. Anything else I see online, you know, I'll get videos and all of them good things out for you lot. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment and subscribe. Peace.